Hey champions, Arian, Tyson here, and I just want to challenge you today to finish what you start. Finish what you start. Here's why I say this. The journey to achieving big goals in whatever area of your life that you are determined to achieve those goals in is uncertain with countless setbacks. Focusing on the challenges leads to becoming overwhelmed and paralyzed into inaction. The cure is to get started without overanalyzing. And I know for a lot of people, that's something that is hard to not do, is overanalyze stuff. Think about this. Soon after starting, we crash into obstacles that halt our early progress. It's easy to give up once we lose momentum. Instead, we can finish what we start by adding a dose of commitment and flexibility in our approach. A wise man once said that a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. My question to you is, how many steps have you taken? Have you even taken the first step? Because it starts when a distant dream pops into your head in a fleeting moment, and the exciting vision resurfaces sporadically, and you entertain the dream scenario in more detail with each reappearance. You start daydreaming about it. You tell your friends about the idea, yet it's still so far from reality that it doesn't feel attainable. You don't even know the steps that lead to achieving the goal. Most dreams die at this stage. Sometimes for reasons unknown, you keep the dream alive by digging deeper, and you search for others who have already achieved what you want. Your belief grows each time you confirm that the result is possible. And the more you focus on the goal, the more possibility you see. And you're thrilled about, learning about the roadmap that leads to the goal. And as you stack one small action on top of another and you start to gain positive momentum, you're fueled by the early progress and the excitement of the hopeful journey. You're like a snowball rolling down a mountain, picking up speed along the way. The snowball effect gives you confidence to continue to chase the goal. The momentum you create by pushing past all of the uncertainty and taking determined action is paramount. You need more than momentum to succeed, though. You need to commit to the result. Tony Robbins once said, if you want to take the island, then burn your boats. With absolute commitment comes the insights that create the real victory. The excitement from the start of the journey wears off quickly. And if your resolve is weak, you're likely to give up the first time you struggle. Trust me, we all know some people that are guilty of that. On the other hand, if you're determined to keep working until you achieve the result, you don't give yourself an easy out. How many times have you seen someone give them an easy out and then it comes back to bite them in the behind in the end? Since failure is not an option, you persevere through the unavoidable valleys. After the initial momentum slows down, commitment to the result fuels your continued efforts. The greatest basketball player ever, Michael Jordan, didn't make the varsity high school basketball team until his junior year. Thomas Edison once said, I have not failed. I just found 10,000 ways that won't work. When asked about his many failed attempts involving the light bulb, Michael Jordan and Thomas Edison, they persevered through the setbacks. Be flexible in your approach. Commitment to the goal without being flexible leads to frustration and stalled progress. When we singularly focus on a plan without being open to alternate routes, we keep doing the same thing repeatedly, regardless of the effectiveness. And when we do the same thing over and over, expecting a different result, that's called insanity. When our progress is met with resistance, we push harder to break past it. And if the current strategy isn't working, we must find another way. And I learned this lesson when I set out to improve my personal finances, so I know what I speak of. But I wanted to share that with you, and I hope that it was of value to you, give you something to think about. And if you got value from it, feel free to share this video. Feel free to leave me a comment. Remember, in life, you have two choices. You can make moves or you can make excuses, but you most certainly cannot do both. It's yours truly, Arian Tyson, the Moving Motivator, and I will talk to you on the next one. Peace.